Okay. 4, 5, 6. So here's a messy video recording because I'm really struggling. Um, I look at myself and I'm like, hey, I'm not the person that I think I was going to be. And it takes a lot of courage to be able to be at whatever state and show yourself. And I think that's because judgment, self-judgment, and and therefore judgment of others is happening so much, and in a time that is so great, it is also riddled with so much judgment of that things are supposed to be this inhuman way, that things are supposed to be put together so perfect, glossed over, like only talk to when you're totally ready and prepared, and like what's going to sell and what's going to work, and tactics and everything, that which none of that, having great tactics and like not having messy hair and putting on like appropriate things might be fabulous if it works and if it helps you. But here's the rub, is that like people are thinking that that's what's first, that that's what's primary, that that's what's important. And I understand this and I have compassion for it because I'm experiencing through such repetition. I think like I I'm not too sure when, that like when I started taking things personally, when I started feeling bad and worse about myself, who I am, what I'm doing, when my opinion of myself changed, that's when all these negative factors. Okay, this is like the first time I have videoed idea, and it took me all goddamn day to like force myself to figure this out. And it's a big deal that I even figured out what the hell QuickTime viewer is. Like, technology is not my fun factor. Like, I don't think it's fun. I don't think it comes easy. Like, I don't enjoy it. It's setting it up, figuring it out. I'm outside in the backyard, so there's like garbage trucks coming and kids walking home from school. So, but it's fucking nice. I'm sitting on my yoga mat right now. Like, this is my little home. So out here, so nice. And so this is the thing. This is the point of this video, is the vulnerability, the importance of it, the necessity of it, the requirement of it, and the lack of it. The lack of people thinking that vulnerability does not give birth to courage and self-love. Like, everything is coming from ourself. So the chokehold of what's not coming from ourselves is because we've like choked ourselves with things that we're not aware we're even doing, because they're so conditioned in the world, like the cultures, just the messaging that's all around is quite harsh, I feel. And I have seen in others, when I am caring about what other people are going through, and seeing that they're all lining up the same across the board, that the core, like what we get down to, I can talk to someone and they can say one thing to me about like, okay, they have a problem with something. I don't even have to know what it is. And when I speak on it, like we're resolving and addressing it. And I don't even know what's going on for you. So where's the truth in that? How is that possible? How is that possible that everyone from a different story, everyone has a different whole construct of mind, which is being placed? If you have not checked your beliefs, if you have not checked your mind, your mindset, your habitual go-to things that you just the patterns that you run that are all get instilled when we're being taught how to be, how to grow, how to do things, how to act, how to behave. Like, okay, what we no, we that's not appropriate. Don't do this. Do this. Just raising a child and then having that redone, and then them raising their children, and then those children raising other children. And if no one checks themselves, if no one knows like deeply, why am I thinking this? What is going on? Is this my thought? Are these thoughts my voice? Did I come up with this idea about who I am, how I feel about who I am on my own? Or was I told it? And most oftentimes this is not our actual like soul. If you feel like any conflict inside you, any dissonance, that you're like acting and doing things, and even if you think, oh, I'm not acting, I'm not doing things, I'm not like there's all these things I should be doing. I feel so empowered and so alive from starting this video. I'm like, okay, this is it. This is me. I will like vulnerably like put myself like with the hair mess and the face fresh, like just woke up, totally on the line, because the suffering in humanity is too great and too much in me to fucking not do it. Like there is this thing like someone's got to do what you feel you need to do for yourself. And that person is ourself. So thank God there's people out there that we can like watch, recognize, pick up, model after, and do this for. But at the end of it, it's still gonna require us, because the root of who we are and the stems of who we are only in us. They're not in any of those people out there, right? So how do we deal with ourselves? Like really, the relationship we have with ourselves is what I'm all about, because people can focus on different things in different areas and different importance in life about helping to figure out, business strategy and family development and dating life and a gambit of things, whatever your thing is, like increasing a sports skill set. I don't know. However, if you don't know who you really are with your soul, then that conflict, that inner anger, dissonance, pain, guilt, buried gunk, depression, when you just actively depress down and repress your feelings, what you believe in, because you just, on a fundamental level, now it's gotten so deep and so beaten in that you believe, and we're back, all the thoughts that you have heard so often. And that's why the most important decision we make in our life, once realizing that we're responsible and we're able to respond to the things that when younger we weren't maybe aware that we were able to respond to, and more conditioned environments and with more constraint and less control as a child of what your options are to move and to be able to function and support yourself, when those aren't there, when they're first instilled and implemented and believed and accepted, unknowingly we're just accepting things to think of ourselves that aren't really ourselves. They aren't really who we naturally feel that we are, that we just know who we are. All of that just continues to work against us. And if anything's not working in your life, what's not working, it's coming from that it's not working in you, about you. So being self-aware, having self-awareness can be your bucket umbrella term to what this all is, to what this means. It's having awareness of the relationship with yourself.